And the concept of putting pressure on yourself can simply be as easy as just having an imaginary deadline to whatever thing you're doing. So if you are performing a task, or if you are doing whatever job you're doing, and then you give yourself a deadline, even if the job does not have a deadline, but you decide in yourself to give yourself an imaginary deadline, I think that is going to help you to hasten up the job, but to hasten up in a way that you can actually get it done in a better way and get a good result. Because let's face it, if you don't get a good result at the end of the day, or if the job is crappy, then there is no need of you doing it in the first place. Just showing up doesn't solve the problem, but showing up and getting it done in a good way, in a very effective and efficient way, that is going to help. So if you are ever wondering, okay, how can you actually put the pressure on yourself? Maybe your job is very easy for you. You have gotten a good hold of your job. You have mastery of the job. I think you should start applying the strategy of deadline, because when you have a deadline, there's something deadline does to people. It gets you to, pull out your best card and get the job done. It gets you to do it the most fast and the most smartest way. It gets you to become very smart in achieving whatever goal you are trying to achieve. This doesn't mean you should cut corners. Get it right. A lot of people will be like, okay, because they want to do a job very fast, very quick, so they are going to cut corners and, do a haphazard job. It costs even more to redo a job than to do a job in the first place. That will take a whole podcast to explain. But if you understand what I'm trying to say, sometimes if you get something wrong, or sometimes if you do not do a job well, it costs you more, because now when you are going to redo that job, just imagine the time you used to do it the first time, and then the time you used to remodel it or to rework it. That is double time that you could have used to create something else. So it takes you much time and effort to do a haphazard job and then come back and do it. So as much as you're putting yourself under pressure to achieve a result, and much as you're putting yourself under pressure to get something done at a very fast rate or a very quick and effective rate, you should be conscious of the fact that quality is very important, effectiveness is very important, efficiency is very important, and you have to be smart about trying to achieve that goal in a set time, in an imaginary deadline that you have set to yourself. But in overall, if you're able to put the pressure, and this is a test that you can do and take, try it on yourself. If you're able to put that pressure, time limit to yourself or on yourself in order to do something, you realize that if you're able to do that and get it right, you always want to do it again. But of course, in a good way. Don't become an addict of what you don't want, and that is going to improve your level of performance. And when you have an improved level of performance, guess what is going to happen? You are going to outcompete others in the same field, in the same activity, and in the same task, and that is going to boost you up. There's this saying that it's just about 2% of people in the world that is meant or that can work without supervision or any form of control, and those people are the leaders, while the rest people are waiting for someone to tell them what to do. The rest people are waiting for someone to supervise their job. The rest people are waiting for someone to supervise their job and check it out and see if it is good or if it is not good, or if they need to make. If you actually among that 2%, you don't need those things. You get it done. Yes, someone can give you advice. Someone can tell you, give you a review on what should be done and what shouldn't be done, or what you did right and what you that's acceptable. But on your own, you're able to take charge and get something done. And then when you do it, people are in awe and be like, wow, that is great. That's the only thing you're hearing now. Oh, this is fantastic. I didn't even think about it, because you're a genius yourself. So if you're part of that 2%, I think you should start getting things done. So, and if you are not, I think you shouldn't just conclude yet, but rather put that pressure on yourself. Try to get things done even much more efficiently, and then see if you get good results. Now, if you get good results, maybe you are part of the 2%, by the way. So as an individual who have the opportunity for this knowledge, I think it's on you now to decide if you really want to help others too by sharing this message to them. If you are listening to this on podcast, thank you very much for listening to it and downloading it, or watching it on YouTube. I do appreciate, and please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone else. You don't know who you might be helping with this. Thank you. See you in the next one.